Hey, Jeremy Langlois here from Body Velocity Bootcamp. I am back again with another video. So look, I call myself a fitness lifestyle coach. I am here to give you tips and advice and information and resources on how to make how to make fitness a part of your lifestyle. So different topic today. Today I'm going to be talking about going from an active work environment to a sedentary work environment. So this is a very common thing. People used to being in an active environment and on their feet all day, and then they may get a promotion, or they may decide to change industries or to change workforce, and so they go from being in an active environment where they're on their feet all day to a sedentary environment where they're sitting behind a desk and definitely not moving as much. So basically the question I'm trying to answer here is how to keep body weight off being in that sedentary environment. So I've got a few points here on the board behind me and also in front of me. I've got my notes here. And so first thing, look, I know going from working where you're constantly on your feet and moving all day to a job that is sedentary is a challenging thing, and I know it is it's easy to gain weight in that environment. So the first point, the thing that I found, the most common thing is that people are used to eating a certain amount of calories when they're on their feet all day in an active environment, and they're used to consuming the kind of food and the kind of the calories that they would consume in the active environment. They're used to that, so they carry that over into the sedentary work environment. Now, the problem there is because they're consuming the same amount of calories, but they're not moving as much. The calories that aren't being used are being stored in the body, and too much stored energy in the body turns into body fat. All right. So the most important thing, the first thing I need to talk about is, when you're going from an active environment to a sedentary environment, you need to change the calories you consume accordingly. So you need to lower the calories because you don't need as much energy anymore. So my advice for this first point is to get a calorie tracking food diary, something like that. So I recommend MyFitnessPal. Some of you have Fitbits as well, where you can consume your calories, and that's just as great. Just as long as you have something where you can log in your food, enter your food, and track your calories that way. With MyFitnessPal, I don't use Fitbit, so I don't know exactly how this works. But with MyFitnessPal, I know you can enter your lifestyle information, so your height, your age, your weight, and your activity levels, and it then calculates a certain amount of calories based on the amount of weight you wish to lose per week, or if you wish to maintain as well. So you can plug all that in, and it'll tell you how many calories it recommends. You can log in your food. That way you'll be able to track how much energy you're eating and how much you should be eating. So that's the first point there, track calories. So second point is find ways to walk. So I think a good piece of advice that I can give you in this regard is to find different ways of walking throughout the day. So you could, for example, go every 15 minutes, if possible, depending on your job. You could get up and just go for a 30 meter walk. Every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, whenever you can, just to get up, just to move the legs. It'll allow you to burn, some calories throughout the day as much as you can, being in that work environment. And going for regular walks as well throughout the day will help you to get the blood flow through the body. It helps you to refocus and reconcentrate on the work at hand as well. You could also, if you pack your lunches, you could also take your lunches and walk down to a local park to have it there during your lunch break. You could also walk to a local cafe or restaurant to have your lunch there as well. And another piece of advice as well, you could maybe park your car further away from your work environment and walk to your work instead of parking right next to it, right out front. Those are just a few examples of finding ways to walk, but as best you can, try and find ways that you can walk and move around throughout the day, and kill two birds with one stone. I'm a big fan of parking your car far away and walking, because you're killing two birds with one stone, right? Yeah, those are just a few examples, but find ways to walk. That'll help you out. Number 3 here is focus on nutrition. So the biggest thing, of course, is going to be nutrition. I understand that you may be in a work environment where you can't necessarily work out too hard at lunchtime, because you have to be face to face with clients. You have to keep a nice professional appearance. That's completely understandable. So if you're one of those people, the biggest thing is going to be nutrition. So this links back a bit to the first point as well. You need to be tracking calories, and also in terms of nutrition, I preach a few points that I'm going to share with you as well. So basically, eat 5 to 6 more meals a day. So I recommend this because it's going to help to speed up your metabolism. It's going to help you to burn more energy throughout the day. By eating 5 to 6 more meals a day, you are teaching your body that food is in abundance. And basically that means that the body's going to know that it's okay to burn the energy from that food once you consume it. So if you're only eating 2 or 3 meals a day, then your body's going to think that food is scarce, that there's not much food around. And so by doing that, it's going to force your body into storing as much energy from each meal as possible. So this is obviously contrary to what we want. So I recommend small regular meals, 5 to 6 meals throughout the day, about 3 hours in between. This is going to help to speed up your metabolism, and basically you'll be burning more energy throughout the day that way. Look, avoid carbohydrates in the afternoon and evening. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy, so if you're consuming energy in the afternoon and evening when you're resting, relaxing and sleeping, your body's going to store that energy, and too much stored energy basically turns into body fat. So no carbohydrates I recommend for the last 2 or 3 meals during your day. And what else have I got here as well? So also to snack on foods that are high in protein and high in good fats. Protein and good fats, you won't put on body fat with those two. So a few examples of that. Foods that are high in protein, so you could have beef jerky is a favorite of mine, as long as you choose one that is low in carbohydrates. Beef jerky is a high protein snack, biltong. And high in good fats as well, so you could snack on peanuts, almonds. You could have some avocado, salmon, tuna. Those are some examples of good fats. And yes, look, snack on those, small meals with those. And also, last point, which is the 4th point on our board as well, is to do some high intensity training. So before or after work hours, I recommend high intensity training. So high intensity training with short duration, so 20 to 30 minutes of training will be beneficial, because doing that kind of training is going to allow you to burn more calories, not only during the session but also after the session as well. So when you're doing training that requires high intensity work and then rest, high intensity work, rest, high intensity work, rest, if you're doing that throughout the 20 to 30 minutes, your body is going to be burning plenty of energy after your workout as well, because of the boost in metabolism that's going to give you. And it's not going to take a lot of time out of your day, so it's going to be very handy for that as well. So those are the 4 points. Track calories, find ways of walking throughout your day at work, focus on nutrition, and high intensity training before and after work hours. Those are my 4 points. And look, that's something I really believe in. That last point, 20-30 minutes, is all you need. That's why Body Velocity Bootcamp is built around that. And if you like more information, that's down below. That's for you if you want to have some more information on that down below. And look, also there'll be more information down below, more complimentary information from me. You can have it for free. It's all yours. And I'll also put in the notes in the description as well, just so you can have a look at those and read through those as well and save them if you wish. But that's all from me. I hope that helped. I hope that made sense to you. And if you have any questions, post a comment down below. I'll make sure to get back to you. And other than that, I'll see you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.